Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually going to be working on both the Corvette and the SS, and you guys might be wondering, what are we doing? Well, I was going to be going drag racing tonight in the SS just to see what the car would do in the summer heat. So as you guys know, last year the best that I ran in this car in the summer was a 12.1, and then this spring when it was like 60 degrees out with the DA of 200, I ran an 11.4. So, you know, I want to try to get this car as fast as I can without having to do any major changes. And to do that, I was going to go to the testing unit tonight. But as you guys can see, we got a nasty storm front coming in, and it's going to rain all night. I got off work at 4 p.m. You know, I'm starting to load up the car. I checked the weather. The radar is just a line of storms. And actually, this weekend is Streetcar Takeover in Charlotte. Now, it's going to rain out tonight, so the testing tune hasn't been canceled, but I actually haven't checked Z-Max's schedule, their Facebook page. Maybe they did post something, but you know, it's just the way things are, and there's the lightning and thunder. So we may be closing these doors behind me, but I just wanted to get some air into the shop because it was super stagnant in here. But anyway, back to the subject of this video. You guys might be wondering, what do we put on the car? Well, as you guys can see right here, I picked up a set of 18-inch Cadillac CTS Spares. Now, as you guys can see, these are the factory tires on here. I have ordered a set of drag radials. They just haven't come in yet. These are an 18x4 aluminum wheel, and the current tires on here are a 135/70/18. The drag radials that I ordered are a 185/50/18. So that's gonna be a lot wider and a little narrower. So these are a 70 series. I ordered a 50 series, so a little bit narrower and a lot wider. So that'll be the new tire. And unfortunately, M&H is the manufacturer of that tire. They are completely out of stock on these tires. So as you guys may know, today's test is not really a test to see if it clears the brakes. I know that they won't. The brakes are a lot wider than the standard Cadillac brakes, you know, because they're 6-piston Brembos. So I already know that they won't fit. But there's companies already out there that sell these adapters. Some people call this as a spacer, but this is an adapter. It's a 1.5-inch adapter, has a hub-centric ring built into it, so when you guys slide it into the spare, it's not going to slide around. It's 100% perfect fitment, and then this hub will slide over the brake rotor. So basically, this will center the wheel and allow you to bolt the wheel to the car with no grinding down calipers or anything like that. I've seen people do that for 15-inch, you know, drag packs in the rear. Yeah, we ain't doing that on brand new brakes that I just got powder coated, you know, a couple months ago. Actually, I have a link in the description above to that video. But so today's video is going to be mostly to focus on the SS. Just double check that the spare will clear. And then we're going to attempt to put this on the front of the Corvette, which it should fit. But my concern is these spacers / adapters are going to be too wide. The Corvette, I may need to order another set of adapters. These adapters were only like 40 bucks, so it's not like they're super expensive. But my concern with the Corvette is most guys on the Corvette forum are running a 1/2-inch spacer, which you might be able to do and get away with the stock lugs, but at that point, you know, 1/2-inch, might as well just get a adapter like this and see if I can find a 1/2-inch adapter with the hub-centric ring and all that stuff that's correct. Because otherwise, we'll see. This might be too wide for the car, which is funny because it's got a wide body kit on it, but just offsets. You know how that stuff really screws around with stuff. So let's get this set up and see if it'll fit on the SS. Alright guys, as you can see, I have the adapter bolted to the car, and I used the lug nuts that came with the adapter. It came with a set of lug nuts. And interesting thing that I found was that my 19mm deep well socket was too thick to fit inside this adapter. Like it just wouldn't go in. So I found my standard 19-inch, you know, I guess a little thinner socket, and it went right in. So as you guys can see, it goes right in. So that's just something to think about, you know, if you're working on your car and you go to the drag strip, make sure you take your normal 19, because your impact won't fit inside the car, inside that hole of the adapter. So now that the adapter's on, let's get the spare on and see if it fits. Alright guys, as you can see, we've got the adapter on. Now we're trying to fit the spare on here and see how this thing's gonna look. So we should just be able to bolt this right on. And everything fit properly, hopefully. Let's put a lug nut on here. Let's get the rest of these on here, and we'll try spinning the wheel. Alright guys, I am just double checking the rotor, the caliper to spare wheel clearance here. Alright, we're good on top. The middle's clear. And the bottom. So we've got, man guys, 2 millimeters maybe, 1/8 inch. That's not a quarter, that's probably about 1/8 of an inch clearance all the way around. Wow, that's kind of crazy, guys. All right, so let's get the car back on the ground. The wheel, the arch of it sticks a little bit past the fender, not much, but there you go, guys. Now I can't say this is the first Chevy SS with a CTS spare on it, but I know there's not a lot of guys running these. So let's get the car backed out. I know it's about to rain, but I do want to check the side-to-side clearances with the wheel tub and make sure the fender's not going to hit. I don't think the fender's going to hit, but the side-to-side clearance, let's just get this backed out and checked. Alright guys, as you just saw, this will fit the SS, no problem. The spacer worked fine. Like I said, there was about 1/8 of an inch between the wheel and the outside edge of the brake caliper. So I did check the clearances as I just showed you guys. It's about 2 inches of clearance on the front, 2 inches in the back. And you know, that's with the wheel turned all the way to the right and all the way to the left. Next part's the tricky part. Are we going to be able to get this to fit on the Corvette? You know guys, I hope it does. I mean, if I have to order another set of adapters, no big deal. I don't have that much money into these spares. These spares usually go for about 150 to 200 bucks per wheel. You know, the cheapest set of those forged F14s, Forged Star F14s, I think those are minimum almost $300 a wheel. So we're a little bit ahead. Yes, we got spacers, but the problem with those F14 wheels is kind of what I was looking into, is I couldn't get one with the proper offset and back spacing between the Corvette and the SS, because there's just enough difference there on the front of these two cars that I couldn't get one that was like right in the middle. Like I'd have to order one for the Corvette and one for the SS, and that ain't gonna happen. So one set of tires, one set of wheels, just like the back. You know, we're running those C6s, EO6 front wheels in the back. So for the front, we're gonna run these, I call them cheap Skinnies. just a good alternative to knock some weight off the front of the car. And I'll have to get a final weight of the radial, drag radial, plus these wheels versus the CTS and the Corvette wheels that I've got. Like, I'm already going to be an inch in diameter smaller on the Corvette because I've got 19s up front on the Corvette. This is an 18 and 18, so that's not that big of a deal. But now that we know the SS works, let's get started on the Corvette. Alright guys, as you can see, we are on the Corvette in the third bay with the door open, letting some breeze in. Got the car jacked up and wheels off. And this is the spacer slash adapter from the SS, but if you guys can look, not sure if you can see in there, but the hub bore for the Corvette is actually wider than the SS. I'm kind of shocked by that. And I mean, it's gotta be like millimeters of the difference, like 1 millimeter, seriously, and this would fit on. So our 1/2 inch, I know that we need a 1/2 inch spacer, so we know that this adapter setup will not work. Plus, here's the other thing that I noticed. If you guys take a look at the nut width size, it's actually bigger than the Corvette. We know that this adapter will not work, and we need to get, I still want to see if that wheel will fit. So we need 1/2 inch of spacers. Now I had some spacers made up for fitting the stock SS wheel on over the CTS V / ZL1 brakes. So maybe those spacers will give me 1/4 inch. Might be about a 1/2 inch. But let me go grab both of those, stick them on here, and we'll see if this will fit. Alright guys, so we have the spare, not mounted, but just sitting in place on the Corvette. I know for a fact that the hub bore on the spare is actually too small. It needs to be enlarged just a little bit. Now, I could do that with like a Dremel or something like that. It's not a huge or big ordeal. But what I'm concerned about is the actual spoke to brake caliper clearance. And you guys actually can see that I have one of those spacer rings that I had for the SS. Well, I have the same problem with the spacer as the SS. The hub bore isn't big enough. Like, it needs to be like seriously like 1 millimeter bigger, and I'd be able to slide that on. And if you guys look, there's probably, I don't know, maybe a good 1/2 inch between the rotor and where that spacer's sitting. So that kind of makes sense with us needing a 1/2 inch spacer. So the way I see it now, I will, even if I use a 1/2 inch spacer like they said on the Corvette forums, A, the hub bore isn't big enough on the wheel, and B, the thread engagement is not enough. I can't even get the lug nuts onto the stud for the wheel stud. So that's the problem I'm seeing now. But so we're gonna have to take another look at this. But you know, here's a shot of what it looks like. So if we do end up running that 1/2 inch spacer, I think we'll have enough clearance on the caliper. As you guys can see, there's probably a good 1/8 inch between the caliper front and the spoke of the wheel. And if you guys look on the edge, the back of the caliper and the wheel, I mean, we've got probably a good solid 1/4 inch there. So I have no doubt that these wheels would work, but I would either need a 1/2 inch spacer with longer wheel studs, or just get an adapter and space it out maybe 3/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. Because if you guys are looking, I mean, we've got plenty of room. I mean, we're probably from the fender, yeah, I mean, from the fender in, we're probably a good 2 inches in. So I could probably play with that adapter a little bit and see if I can get, you know, maybe a 3/4 inch to a 1 inch adapter, because the 1.5 inch, too bad it won't fit, but you know, the bore's not the right size, so that won't work. But I'll see what I can come up with. All right, guys, so there you go. That is the Skinny tire drag wheel combo for the SS and the Corvette. As you guys saw, the SS is going to work mint. Fortunately, guys, as you saw, the Corvette, we've got a little bit more research to do, and we'll just do a follow-up video with the Corvette, getting these drag wheels on there. But like I said earlier in the video, I'm not in a super rush. The tires are on back order until the end of the month, and it's the 3rd or 4th now, so we probably won't be getting these anyway. So maybe next week I'll find some time to order the adapters, spacers, whatever you want to call it, and go from there. And we'll just see what other people do. So if you guys like the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification button. That has been affecting people's views, a lot of bigger YouTubers than myself. So hit that notification button, that way you guys know when I upload videos. And if you guys want to help support the channel, click the links below. You know, the information is always in every video. And I hope you guys have a great one. Thanks.